Welcome to Wings of Change, where stories of soulful transformations come to life. I'm Sara Marzo, the host of this podcast, youth worker, trainer, and ecosomatic coach. Together, we will explore inspiring journeys of growth and change. Are you ready? Let's dive in. And welcome, Valentina Barraco, our new guest for today, as well one of our participants in the program From Caterpillar to Butterfly. And hi, Valentina, how are you?
Oh, hi, Sarah. Thank you. I'm fine. What about you?
I'm very good, thank you. And I'm very, 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 very ready and curious to interview you in this podcast. And yeah, are you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
You sure?
Well, we don't know.
Well, I hope you will be sure in the meanwhile you will do it. And because I'm very curious to listen to your story, and I guess also our listeners are curious to listen to your story of a soulful transformation.
Mm.
But before that, the first question is, uh, who are you? Easy question, of course, to start, but tell us a bit about yourself, let's say in these terms, maybe it's easier.
Mm. Well, I'm a human being who was born 41 years ago in an island, Mediterranean island, which is called Sicily. And I live in a foreigner country for almost 15 years now. So I live in France, where I work like as a yoga teacher and a healer. And I'm a gardener. And well, and this is what I do for a living and for enjoying my life. What else? Um, I love poetry and art. And well, here I am.
And that's a good start. Seems you're quite a polyedric person, from gardening to yoga to healing, enjoying living life, art, poetry. I have this impression that this podcast might be very interesting, diving in all of these topics or some of them.
Mm.
And so, Valentina, yeah, some point of your life, it seems that you applied for a program that was called From Caterpillar to Butterfly. How come this project called you?
Okay. The year before the program, I went into another program about creativity. And somebody told me about Sandra and all the programs around, Action for Change. So I heard to talk about her and all those programs. And when I saw From Caterpillar to Butterfly, it was a very, it was an important moment of my life because I felt that I need to change things in my life, the way to approach things, and maybe to stop for a little bit my everyday life, and jump into something new and surprising. So I was really interested in the idea of combining art and nature, and to move in both paths together at the same time, to find out maybe other aspects of myself. So I was really curious and happy and excited, that's why I applied. And I remember that the day I sent the application form, I don't know what was happening on my laptop, I was writing, and each word I was writing, I don't know why, was erased after. So I had to write every word, like to think and to be sure about what I was saying. It was amazing. I was like, oh my God, okay, it starts like that. But as a healer, I'm used with that kind of magic of life. So I thought, okay, it's like that, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, so it seems like that already it was offering the first tests.
Yeah.
Let's see if you're motivated enough. Let's see if
Yes.
you're motivated enough to apply for this program. Are you sure? Are you sure? I
Yes.
will raise every word of your application form until you're totally sure. And yeah, you were somehow. You were selected as well, right?
Yeah. And there was like, oh my gosh, I really hope to be there, to be selected and to take part of the program. I told to my family, I don't, I never, I mean, I'm 41. I really share little things with my parents, with my family, and I talk to them and I say, oh, I'm so happy, I really want to do it. And I a young girl, and yeah, and
So
they were.
yeah, so this commitment, this excitement was rewarded somehow because you were selected. And Sandra, that you mentioned, Sandra Jorea and Eleni Mikhail were the two guides that accompanied you during this transformational journey that lasted almost 2 years, I think, more than 1 year and a half, and with in-person meetings, with the training courses, programs that were in person in Romania, Cyprus, and then Italy, and in the meanwhile as well, online gatherings, workshops, and so on. So quite a juicy program full of inspiration, I guess. How was it?
Yeah, inspiration and also commitment, and something strong happened with them. I don't know why there is a sentence that like is strong inside. It's a kind of vibration. I don't know why it comes up right now. The sentence is, who are your people?
Mm.
And I think that thanks to this program, I realize how strong was in me the desire of community and to be involved in my local community, and how important I was for my local community without I knew it. And also that community, it's something wider, and it opened my heart to my local community. Even I already was, but it became stronger, the link. And at the same time, I felt like I could open my heart to something wider and more important and beautiful, and like a dream, that became true because of the links that it allowed to make between people and between culture. And it's beautiful. It's a very beautiful opportunity. And as a healer, I give healing treatments. I'm a shatsuki. You know what is it? I practice shatsu, which is a manual technique. We work on meridians through Chinese medicine and so on. And so I have people from all the ages, that come in my home for treatments. And after this program, when I see young coming, to me for treatments, that are just finishing high school or at the college and so on, I always tell them, check out what is happening in Europe. Check for all the programs and just try to get inside of at least at one of this program to see more. to make yourself more open and enjoy the life and share things and learn more, you know, about life. So it was really, really important for me, this program. Yeah.
Mm. So what I hear is that there was a hidden desire, longing for community, and this
Oh,
community was desiring you as well. So the local community, and somehow you built also, I understand, a bit an international community with maybe the other people of the project, of the program, and somehow how precious it is to take part in in these European opportunities created by Erasmus Plus and all the European programs.
yeah.
How lucky we are in having
Yes.
these opportunities in our life.
Yes, definitely. And I find myself like a kind of how to say in English, ambassador. No, ambassador. Yeah, you understand what I want to
Ambassador,
say?
I think, as ambassador, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. You know, of this project, because I talk all the time about this opportunity, because it's such an amazing way, you know, to yeah, to meet people and to learn things and to share and to feel alive and part of this world.
Mm. Feel alive and part of this world.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
Mm. And how important is it for you, this being alive and feeling part of this world?
Oh, oh. I think it's what keep my heart, you know, beat every day. It's it's yeah, it's the sense of my life. I you know, I was born in a place where things are like there's a kind of path that you have to follow, and there are rules, really strong social rules. And for a woman like me, born in the 80s, I'm supposed to be a mother today, and I'm supposed to have a kind of job, and maybe to be a wife, and to be close to my parents, and so on, blah, 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 blah. And since the beginning of my life, I knew that for me to be alive, it was something else. I need a wider range of opportunity and of possibilities and um, people around other languages. I need something bigger.
Mm.
So for me to be alive, it's I think it's the aim of my life.
Mm.
Which doesn't mean to be always in the excitement and always rushing and running. No, 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 not at all. Because, you know, I live in a countryside, in a very small community. I do my gardening. I do a lot of walk in silence, you know, and calm. To be alive, for me, it's to be to be here and now as much as I can, and to have this ability to choose, you know, and to be master of my choices. And when I cannot do it, to have the yeah this the ability to look beyond things and to say, okay, 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 I accept. How can I be alive even if I don't like it? Resilience, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Nice. So what here that is being alive is not business and this crazy frenetic life they
No.
preach to be the life we want to be. Everyone would like to have a chaotic life, people, meetings, and so on. But what I receive it has to do more with the quality of living your
Of
life.
course, to have a strong link and commitment. I
Mm.
thought that commitment when in my 20s, and even, yeah, I was like in the idea that commitment was, oh, so heavy. No, commitment is freedom because we choose. It's the choice. Commitment, it's marvelous because you put all your energy in something which is beautiful and important for you. And Sandra and Eleni are big teachers for that because it's a very huge program and long, and they are there. They have been there all the time. Of course, sometimes wasn't easy, and they show up as natural and as true possible. And I really love them in the way yeah, they are not fake people. And yeah, and they remind me how important is commitment. Yeah.
So how beautiful. Commitment is freedom, you said. So, when we went, oh, no, no, I don't want to commit to this. But in this commitment, what I hear, there is a freedom of choosing to
Oh,
commit.
yeah.
Choose, finally, to choose what I hear. Yeah, this to deal with the quality of your life, being here now, presence and acceptance when it's not possible to choose and so on. But
Mm.
what is important is to choose also to commit.
Mm.
Commit to what? What are you committing to? Some such a deep commitment you're having in your life. If you could mention committing to what this what would be?
I'm gonna say something strong and that need explanation. Commitment to truth,
Mm.
which is not something that exists, like the truth doesn't exist, in my opinion, because we have we are human being with a different way to be. We come from different background, we live different lives, and our biology is completely different. So truth is not something that we can call, okay, this is true, this is false. No, not at all. But truth, what I call truth, is this feeling inside that what you are doing is the best that you can do.
Mm.
And doesn't matter if it is not the best that you can do, but to try to yeah, to be as clear as you can with yourself, with your intention and your action, your and when you are clear with yourself in this truth, try to do the same with the other outside. This is the biggest commitment of my life. And so it cost me a lot.
Mm.
Yeah, I was in a very long relationship.
Mm.
We spent 13 years together, and on one point I understood that I wasn't anymore right with myself, and that I was only feeding a kind of attachment that wasn't anymore useful for me and for him to grow up, to become the better version of ourselves. And it was so difficult for me to end up this relationship and but I couldn't lie to myself, I couldn't lie to him.
Mm.
This is what I call the truth.
Mm. 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 So when you say truth, what I get is not can be subjective and personal, but is to deal. with being aligned with yourself. And once
Yes.
you are true to yourself, you can
Yes.
be also a commitment, and since it's your commitment, you said it's your commitment, committed to be true to yourself first,
Yes.
and then from this space, trying to be true towards the others,
Yes.
and try to live a life that is aligned as much as possible with this commitment to truth.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And how this commitment arrived in your life? Was it this relationship you were talking about? Did the program contributed to this? I perceive it being such a big,
It's a change.
commitment, but
Yeah.
also a choice, change somehow.
Yeah. When I finished the university, the college, I'm a social worker, and kind of, I don't know if we can say in English, educator. It works.
Can work.
Yeah. And my question was to educate who and for what.
Mm.
So I start to travel looking for this question and for looking for this answer. Uh, and it start 20 years ago almost. This journey. Yeah.
So again, the people and about what?
Yeah.
Back
Yeah. Yes.
to this question, burning question inside you. And I feel it is a research. Did you find the answer or not yet?
There are things that are like a little part of this answer today, and it comes in the relationship with nature and the body, and those are the two main axes and point on which I work and I develop all my being.
Mm.
And yeah.
So the answer, ongoing answer to this question about who and what has to do with nature and body.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And how was the program from caterpillar to butterfly contributing to this research somehow?
Mm. Mhm. Well, we did a lot of mind work. So it helped me to understand that I was really, really happy to do my job of yoga teacher. And because embody, it's such an important thing, and to be linked to the body and to work through the body. So it helped me to find out that I was on the right path in my life. And in the program I was a little bit frustrated about body work, because we could enjoy the link with the body and all the solo moments, going out in nature and walk. But it wasn't, the main point of the program. So for sure, I couldn't expect to find this, how to say, yeah, this link to the body as strong as I need. So it helped me to remember to myself that the job that I do, it's very important for the society, and that I'm happy with it, and then I will keep on doing, I think, for the rest of my life, because we are more and more in a mind society, and link with the body is the main point.
Mm.
And nature that point was much more, how to say, during the program. The program helped me to find out that I had a very strong link with nature and that we need it.
Mm,
That wildness is is the place to be.
mm.
If it is doesn't matter if it is outside wildness or inside wildness. Wildness, it is the place to be.
The place to be for sure, inside or outside, but this
Yes,
in the
it's
wilderness.
the wild.
Yeah, yeah. I'm also, recalling the name of one of the books of Bill Plotkin that there was the one that inspired also the topic of this program, that is
Yeah.
Wild Mind, not
Yes.
Wild Body, but Wild Mind. Now I was smiling a bit about it. I was like, that's true, because it's a wild mind, but the importance of the body, to bring the body also in a wild mind somehow, and this relationship with nature. And here we start to go also into a bit the wholeness. That is what Bill Plotkin created as a concept. This map of wholeness, that is the nature-based map of human psyche, where there are the directions, the four facets of the map that are also the north, south, east, and west. For our listeners, briefly said, it's very complex. And in each part of this map of wholeness, there are qualities that are in nature. So in the outer wilderness, as you're saying, but
Mhm.
also are inside ourselves. So in our inner wilderness, now we're being wild in the sense of being natural and part of nature.
Yeah.
And then the question is how you reconnected to your wholeness through nature during the program.
During the program, how?
Mm-hmm.
It means the way. It means through the walk. Is what you want to hear to say, or something?
It can be
Because
the
I want to
way.
make sure to understand the question. You know, that's the point. Uh, um, well, we were encouraged. No, it's not. It's in English, because sometimes, you know, I make very strange translation from French to English and from Italian to English, so it's a little bit messy in my mind.
It's English. This time
By
it's
the way,
right.
sorry for this very weird accent between Italian and French.
It's very original.
Oh my god. Well, you know, they help us during the program to be as close as we could with the nature, and to listen at the messages, and to observe, and to be still as much as we could in front of the land around, and the place around, the place where we have been, all the places. So to observe and to listen and to try to find out what every of these places would teach us about our nature, about life. So both Sandra and Eleni, they gave us so many insight to go to check, and to find a way to get more close to this natural sense of observation that we have, and that sometimes we lose because of our lifestyle and so many other things. So I think that all the tools that they propose and they share with us really helped me to to say, oh yes, and there in this place, in this listening, I feel safe. And even if it's dangerous, because sometimes I don't feel comfortable, I'm not comfortable in my mind, because if I look really deeply, I'm safe here and now. So I think that the methodology they used really can give to every kind of person some insight to find the way to get closer, to nature, and to find a way to feel safe. That's the word that they keep on saying, it's safe.
Mm.
I think that in from caterpillar to butterfly, even if we live so many things which can in which really we find ourselves like out of comfort, in our comfort zone, anyhow we know that we are safe.
Mm.
And this is really beautiful.
Yeah, so what I get that this was a lot about creating
Mm.
this way of experiencing even dangerous or scary emotions
Yeah.
in a safe way, in a
Yes.
safe space.
Yes. Yes.
And only in that safe space, emotionally safe or bodily safe, it was there was room for growth. There was creating this was foundational for creating, a personal transformation. Then is that what you mean?
Yes. 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 And the safety was given also to the group work.
Mm,
And I think that they really did a very nice, you really did, all of you, a very nice work on for selection.
mhm,
And because I think that is a very huge task to be sure of the people we select for a program. And the group was amazing.
mm,
There was such yeah, in harmony. It doesn't mean that we were all brother and sister since the first day. No, but it was, yeah, it was true. It was calm. It was welcoming, and we knew that we could be safe with all the people around.
mm,
So this sense of community, again and again, I get that. I get there. Um, was really important.
mm.
Yeah.
So what I get that is for a transformation, safety and community is very important, are very crucial ingredients of holding the space for a person to be seen, to be heard, to be welcome, to feel safe enough then to change somehow
Yes.
to grow. And and I wonder, that's nice, but what was challenging instead
Oh.
in this path?
Hmm. Hmm. Well, it was challenging to stay there, Sarah.
Mm,
It was challenging to look at this crazy wild mind, you know, and just accept. It was challenging to believe and to experience that you can feel safe with the now people and with with the and the family, the world family. It's bigger than father, mother, brother and sister. It's something huge, and it goes even against what sometimes we learn since childhood. This is challenging, to
mm,
let your heart, to crack open and to say, okay, okay, I can cry. Okay, I allowed myself to cry. Okay, I like to be to show up like strong, or okay. Or I like to show up like very fragile, and so how can I be truth, with myself and with the other? And this is what's really challenging, because i- if you are not, if you are not, how to say, if you don't get inside this, yeah, all the layers, you, you cannot really stay until the end of the program.
Mm,
It's not possible, because it asks a lot of, yeah, of vulnerability and desire to stay and to be. This is really, really, really challenging.
mm.
You understand? I don't know if I'm clear. I'm maybe.
Yeah, I guess I'm grasping a bit of what you're saying. So challenging was to be there, to stay there in all the process, not to give up, because I get it was not an easy walk,
Yeah.
this program. And as well, I get for you to be there and be as truest as possible
Yes.
yourself, and in all processes, and
Yeah.
cracking open, being fragile, vulnerable, and being there, being true to yourself and to others. And
Yeah.
this was already the
The
biggest challenge.
challenge, of course, and keep on journaling all the time, and write down and be there, and with always the same question, with you know and it's like, oh my gosh, come on, let me stay like in my comfort zone. Why you ask me more and again and again and again the same question? And when the same question come, and okay, at one point you have to crack, and to let things happen. So this is the most challenging thing. Yeah,
Mm.
for me, in my opinion, I mean.
Yeah, of course, it's your personal journey. So it comes back the commitment not to give up. But
Yeah.
what is giving the commitment the strength to be so committed? I mean, what is underneath the layers, the layers, the layers? You said you've been diving and diving and diving, and I see a strong commitment even in the challenging moment. But what was beneath this commitment? The fuel, the
Wow.
energy, the fire,
Ah, yeah. Good question.
source.
Good question. It's linked with the pain.
Mm, pain.
The fire. This is, I think, the main one of the main point of my life is the to stay there and to look that life can be as much enjoyment than pain, and it can be really painful. And to look, I mean, that the fire maybe was the desire to look inside the pain and find out that even that sometimes can be for us so real, is a construction of the mind. And
Mm,
when you stay and when you are there, you can find out that maybe it's not that painful,
mm,
or maybe it is, but you can hold it.
mm,
The strength,
mm.
desire for strength.
Yeah.
Mm.
So somehow the mind is contributing to create this pain, but if
Mm.
we find a way to go back to this fire, this
Mm.
way the mind is building this narrative, this story,
Mm.
deconstructing it, somehow we can find the beauty, the enjoyment of life,
Yes.
and the way we can contribute sometime to the pain.
Of course. Yeah.
Mm. Um, and if you could mention what helped you. I mean, this was challenging. And
Mm,
motivation for you, the commitment came also
mm,
from pain. But
mm.
if you could mention something that helped you in the process, what was helping you?
The face.
Faith. Ah, how wonderful this word. Tell me. Tell me, what is
Face.
faith now? This beautiful word, faith. Faith in what?
Faith in life and in death. I mean, faith in the process, faith in myself, faith in all the students, that join my classes, and faith in everything in life, in being alive, and faith in desire, faith in faith, like stronger, something stronger than
Hmm. Faith. Faith
yeah.
is this commitment,
Mm.
but what is helping the ally of commitment is having faith. I
Mm.
believe in an irresistible, I would say, inevitable faith, undeniable, unapologetical faith that.
Yes, for when we have been to it was Cyprus. No, it was, I think, the last part of the project was when we were supposed to go to Italy for the last program. I was so busy. I was so inside, my job and my stuff and all those commitments, with the community, that I will say to myself, oh, okay, I can skip it, stop. But no, I had to finish it. The faith that was right to get until the end, and that it was right for me to go for the last part, and that was the best things that could happen to me in my life in that moment.
Mm.
And even if when I went back home, I was in a kind of messy mind for almost maybe 5 or 6 weeks, I was like, oh my God, why I did it, why I did it. On the other point, it helped me a lot because this mess helped me to better look at my life. So
Mm.
faith,
Mm.
whatever happened is for the best.
So faith in the process, faith in it
Yeah.
is meant to be, a bit of surrendering it is as it is, and embracing what is there, and this is the path, and faith, commitment, and faith in the path. And even though going back with the messy mind, messy wild mind,
Messy white man, yeah. Hmm.
and yeah, so yeah, seems that faith plays a strong role in the
Mm.
process. That
Mm.
it's full of ups and downs, but having faith, a commitment can make the difference in this. And another question, if you are ready, of course.
Always.
Always ready? Yeah, I like you. Great, Vale. And so, if you're ready, then another question is, if you look back at the person who started the program and you see this person, the person that applied maybe for the program, was very excited, as you say, and so on, and the person that you are right now, and if you look at the map of wholeness, how do you see the differences? I mean, what was lacking, what you cultivated in terms of wholeness? How were you and how are you now? I know many questions in one question,
Mm.
but I hope you got it.
I guess it helped me to better accept and see my wild side, the south.
Mm,
And I think that I feel that the woman who applied need to trust, to have a stronger, trust in this wild side of the life, and that nowadays this wild side is not wild side, sorry, is not there to how to say, to block myself to be in a society. No, it helped me to better integrate myself
Mm.
as a wholeness and to live in the society being complete and whole, and to be completely myself.
Mm. Yeah, so the South, that is also about authenticity, being
Yes.
your natural wild self,
Yes.
belonging, again, community coming back feeling,
Yes.
according to the map, of course, of Bill Plotkin, and the wild indigenous one.
Yes.
And so cultivating this part of your wholeness somehow contributed to, I perceive, complete bit. Was
Yes.
lacking this part. It was not supporting you in all these desires, longing that you had in life.
Yeah, because I was judging a lot myself, I think,
Mm,
for this wild side, I was judging a lot authenticity, which is something that people around me say. It's funny because people say, I love the way you are authentic. And it was something that was really difficult for me to accept, because I'm that kind of person that can say no and no, but really true and authentic, that people sometimes don't like to hear, and it's not to, I don't do that because I want to be rude, but because I'm true, so to say no for me, it's something that I learned to say, you know and to be authentic. Yeah, I really struggled with this part of myself, so it tells me, yeah, to make love with this part of myself, and to find love for this part of me. Yeah.
mm.
And
Maybe.
no is just one, I mean, it's not only no, but it's because sometimes it's very difficult to say no,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you mentioned the word love, to make love, to find love. How important was love in this process?
Oh.
Love in the
it
collective
was
process, of course.
it was a question of love. Of course it was.
Mm,
uh, Love, yeah, love in the form of friendship, love in the form of sensuality, love for knowledge. Yeah, I think in this project, in this process, love was really important in all the stages, for all the things, because without this feeling of love, you cannot put all this time,
mm,
listening and doing things and being, and present.
mm,
Yeah. And love is not only, it's funny, I go back to the it's not only say yes to something.
mm.
Hmm.
Is also what? Saying no or something else?
Saying no, it's also saying no,
Mm,
but sometimes also say yes,
mm,
fully, completely. Okay.
mm.
Hmm.
So we could say that this journey is also a journey of love.
Of course it is. And I mean, we have been in Aphrodite land.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
So it's a journey of love, and I get that without this love, it's not possible to
No,
go through all the process
no, no,
formation,
no, 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 not at all. No.
to love the most challenging parts of ourselves, to love the process when it's challenging, to love ourselves the way we are, the authenticity,
Mhm.
it's a journey of love.
Yes, I think so. And
Mm,
it helped me to love much more my life
mm,
in the way that sometimes I wasn't conscious of how beautiful was my life already.
mm,
I mean, during one of the program, it was when we have been to Romania, the first one. Well, we were very well fed, no problem for that. Just I'm used to have fresh stuff from the garden.
mm,
So when I have food, I'm vegetarian since 26 years now. When I have food, it's fresh, it comes from my garden, so I have this taste. And in Romania, we were in the mountain, so it wasn't that easy to have this fresh food. So
mm,
we had good food, but the vegetables and things were coming from supermarket. I don't know. Anyhow,
yeah.
wasn't the same. And when I went back home, the first thing I have done, I went to the garden. I was like, oh, I'm starving.
Mm,
And I mean, in Romania, I even took kilos. So
yeah.
I understood how I was loving my garden, this
Yeah.
common garden, because garden is not a place where I go alone. I do gardening with other 10 people. So it's a shared garden.
Mm,
And I was like, oh my God, how is beautiful my life. I can have this beautiful and good food, and I grew it with my hands. And I'm so happy. And so these love feelings inside, like, oh, how happy and how lucky I am. So love for life, for my life.
mm.
So,
So yeah. So appreciation and loving
mm.
whatever is already in your life,
Yes, in all the forms.
loving it more and bringing more love and appreciation and seeing this to be part of your life. That's nice. Sometimes we forget, when we have it every day, and then we say like, okay, yeah, I'm used to, but then when you don't have it, and then you have it again, it's like, oh, how precious you are, garden.
Yes.
So it's a beautiful consideration to give back to the garden. And yeah, we still have a few minutes together. And I'm wondering if there is something else you want to share with us about your journey in this moment.
Oh, which kind of? Which kind
Okay,
of?
let's do like this. Uh, a question that is a question for you. I mean, a question that is asking you a question. What is the question I didn't ask you yet? Ask yourself.
Ah,
And you want to be asked
okay.
for.
If there is a following part for me, after the program.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Okay, this is the question you didn't ask me. What next?
What's next then? I'm asking you. You are asking yourself. What's next, Valentina? You wanted to be asked
Well,
this question, so.
thanks to the program, I don't know if I will do any European program. I don't know if I will write down a project or so on. But what I really know is that I want to contribute and to take part of this process, growing process, in the life of the people around me as much as I can, and that I want that gardening and link to the nature and this power to grow up our food and to feed ourselves in the right way. I want to make it more, how to say, possible for the people around me and even for the younger. because without, I mean, is the starting point for having a healthy body and living in a healthy mind. And so, yeah, I think this is something that really, and I'm surprised because I didn't think, I mean, that it was the thing, you know. And yeah.
So working on yourself at the end brought you to serve more the planet and the others somehow.
Yes.
You're like, finally, I want to give back the fruits, the
Yes.
seeds of this, and it has to do with gardening, with growth, with healthy living,
Yeah.
and bringing this back
Yes.
community again,
Yes.
to
Yes.
give back, to pay it forward somehow.
Simplicity. And yes,
Basically.
yes, yes.
Mm,
Going out from all those crazy things and just offer simple spaces where we can just stay there and enjoy the nature and this possibility and ability to, yeah,
mm,
to help ourselves in our living and being alive.
mm.
Mm.
And how do you feel about it?
Happy.
Ah,
And excited and
yeah, and I felt this faith in your voice somehow as well,
yes, yes.
calmness and faith.
You know, before I was a healer and I thought that most of the things, that I had to do the job. Now, when people come for a healing process, I look at them and I say, how lucky I am because they allowed me to take part of their journey and this process. And so there was really a shift, a very big shift.
Mm,
And yeah, and even grow food now.
mm,
It respond and it's a part of this healing process and it's called I answer since 10 years now,
mm.
Yeah, I'm happy about it.
Journey of simplicity,
Yes.
going back to simplicity.
Yes.
Amazing. Valentina, we are about to finish, but
Okay.
the way we finish usually the podcast is with a message. A message you want to give to people. Could be your message, a poem, a quote, whatever you want to leave to our listeners as a gift. So, what
Mm.
is your gift today for us? You gifted us already with a lot of, sharings that
Mm.
I'm very grateful for. But what is your last gift?
Okay. I will read something I wrote in Cyprus
Mm-hmm.
while I was walking around pines, amazing trees, and I was picking some, uh, how to say, drops of resin.
Mm,
Hmm. So I wrote something. Shall I?
of course. Delighted to listen.
Only a few smelly golden tears drop on my hand. It is a reminder, it is a promise. Death and life combined in this same journey. Beauty and terror as two different aspects of a worthily lived life. Aphrodite's land welcomed me to give up with old habits, painful mind patterns, unknowed old wounds. Arbutus and acne, you surprise me with your weird beauty. You have been my medicine and my shelter on the path of a meaningful, holy life. I don't want to live anymore any unlived life. That's the promise. That's my promise.
Wow. Such a commitment.
Yes.
I don't want to live anymore an unlived life, as Dana Markova, also the poem says.
Yes.
A life that is worth living, a meaningful life full of purpose and meaning. And yeah, so with this beautiful, powerful, and inspirational message from your own words, thank you
Mm,
for sharing your
mm,
intimate, words of poetry that you wrote in this moment in Cyprus.
mm,
And so I thank you for this piece of poetry you shared
mm,
of your own art.
mm.
But as well, I thank you, Valentina, for sharing your story, first of all, with us, to open up and be so true and authentic to share the story with me, first of all, and then with all the people that will listen and will be maybe inspired by your
Mm,
words.
mm,
How do you feel?
mm. I feel grateful, and happy, and yeah, I feel good. I feel I feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with this feeling good, both of us, because I speak also for myself, I feel good. I say thank you and goodbye, Valentina, and see you soon.
See you. Bye. Thank you, Sarah.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to our podcast, Winds of Change. Stay tuned and listen to more inspiring stories on our Spotify channel, Volcanic Minds. See you on our next journey.